back. We are back and we're venturing now into our third
and final segment
for the morning. This one is all about the half marathon. We spoke about a Sokoton a while ago, and it is a great way to get things started. You always have to start somewhere. You know, and tomorrow is going to be about 3 miles. But when we talk half marathon, man, we're talking about what, 13.1, 13.2 miles, somewhere around there. And that's coming up on Sunday. Cattouse is in with us, man. She is a councillor at the Belize City Council. She's an athlete extraordinaire. She is, man, can I give you my prayers and just say Curtin, man?
Yeah.
Make things happen.
For sure.
Kaya, good morning and welcome, man.
Morning. Thanks for having me on the show.
Look, it's nice to have you in. It's always nice to see you again. When you come back?
Earlier this month?
You know, it is.
She was just at the, was it the Commonwealth Games?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaya everywhere, man.
That's true, though.
Yeah, we're soon going with Kaya Cattouse Road. That'll tell you.
One of these days.
Yeah.
She, you know what? It's in the works. She said that so quick. It's in the works. I believe it.
So we're here on another note, not cycling, but actually it's still working out. It's a half marathon. It's right here in the city. Talk to us about it. This is the second year, right?
Yeah, this is the second annual Belize City Half Marathon, and this is a collaboration between the Belize City Council and the National Sports Council.
How this got started? Like, why in the city?
You know, every big city in the world has a marathon, and why not bring one of those to Belize? We had to start at the halfway point because we don't have a lot of marathon runners here. Yeah. So we're actually trying to build towards that marathon status. So it will take us a couple years to get there, but we had to start somewhere, right?
When you say a marathon and a half marathon, what are we talking about here?
A marathon is 13.1 miles. A half marathon, is 13.1 miles. And a marathon is 26.2.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how are you, what's the route then for the 13?
Being in Belize City, we didn't want to make it something that you go out and back, putting it on the road. So we literally did it in the streets of Belize City. So it starts and finishes at the Marian Jones Sports Complex, and it literally goes around Belize City. Right? Wow. So you come out on Princess Margaret Drive, go up Coney Drive, you get into that Buttonwood Bay area, come out on the highway, make a turn at that last roundabout by Reimers Feed Mills, come back down, come all the way across Chetomal Boulevard.
Right, correct. West Truck into Chetomal Street.
Correct, and then you make a left onto the highway.
Onto the highway.
You come all the way down.
Farbas?
No, you don't go Farbas. You make one right onto Central American Boulevard. And then you make a U-turn at Farbas Road. Come back all the way down the boulevard, across the bridge to Save You. And you make a right onto Freetown, right onto Map Street, left onto Northfront Street, over the Swing Bridge, Albert Street, Regent Street, back over the bridge, Northfront Street, all the way through, all the way through FSTV, past the Belize sign, and when you hit Marine Parade, they bring you all the way back round to Marian Jones. 13.1 miles.
13.1. That's solid.
So this sounds like it took a lot of planning and effort. So the street, the city is going to be blocked off for the morning?
Well, it starts at 6 a.m. And the top guys and the top girls last year did it under 2 hours.
Under 2 hours. I want to have, because when we did a half marathon with Aldo Salazar, the winner was, and it was virtual, the winner was out of Guatemala, and he did that in about an hour and maybe 12 minutes or less, somewhere around there.
Run 6 minutes miles.
6 minutes a mile, I swear. This was his speed, and he was the one who won. So in a case like this for a 13.1, it's for we when it drink 10 minutes per mile, do it in about 2 hours, 10 minutes or less. 2 hours, 5 minutes, 2 hours.
So then am I wrong, or am I right to assume that you're opening it up for international runners to come?
Yes, it is open for everyone. We want this to be a staple in September. The last Sunday in September, everyone in Belize and abroad marathon runners know that there's a marathon to go do in Belize City the last Sunday in September. And we have lucrative prizes as well. We also cater for those people who just want to say, I finished a marathon, you know. We have finished medals for everyone who crosses the line. So, you know, it's
some that want to do a personal best.
Definitely. You have people who go around the country collecting what they call their bling bling, their hardware, you know, just a medal to say that you accomplished something. You set a goal and you accomplished it. So we also welcome those people, and provide medals for them.
How many people participated last year, and how many do you
We
expect
had
this
close
year?
to 50 participants last year because we also have a 10K and a 5K.
Within that entire marathon?
With our 2 shorter runs. So after the marathon runners take off, we then send the 10K and the 5K runners, and they go the opposite direction. They go Princess Margaret Drive to Golden Bay roundabout and return. You do 1 lap for the 5K and 2 laps for the 10K.
What?
Oh, there it is.
There it is right there.
Yeah.
There it is right there. But it is a competition. This is
Yes.
to
Definitely.
actually
It is a
win something.
Competition.
So what's the winning
Top prize.
Yeah.
We have over $7,000 in cash prizes across the categories.
Wow.
In the half marathon, the first prize for men and women are equal at $1,000.
Beautiful. I love
And it
that.
goes 10 deep, so 1,000, 750, 500, all the way down to 10th place for both male and female.
Okay. How many? And did you have any internationals last year?
Yeah, we had Mexicans and Guatemalans last year.
What are we expecting this year?
We didn't have a pre-registration. We register in the morning, so I can't say exactly who will be coming. But we believe that we will have competition from our neighboring countries as well.
Do I have to? When I register, do I have to pay?
Yeah, it's a $30 registration fee.
Too bad.
Man, it's something delicious though.
Yeah.
I
You
swear.
did sign up?
We have
You did sign up?
It sounds good, April.
You sign up and be
sounds
Open Your
good.
Eyes team,
It
and then
yeah.
I'll cheer you on from the
it sounds
side.
So
very
we have
good.
a runner and a cheerleader.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I also have to mention that we have water stations along the way, 7 water stations fully equipped by Boeing and Boeing.
Yay.
Water and Powerade. And so the runners can grab the water at any of the stations along the way.
Yeah.
And some of them also have their teams that provide servicing for them, whether on bicycle, motorcycle, vehicle. So it's a big deal.
But this is definitely something, because a lot of people would try to be a part of it and say, you know what, I've tried it and I've finished. But what about preparation though? For somebody who would like to do this next year, might not be prepared, what would be your preparation style? How do I get started?
I am no running expert, but you always
Stop it.
I do it, but you always have to start small and work your way up, especially when you're looking at a distance of 13.1 miles.
Yeah.
That's no easy feat, and that's nothing that you can just get up this morning and say, okay,
I went 13.
Yeah.
I will run a half marathon.
Yeah.
Price look good, make I go try this.
Yeah.
No work like that, right? You have to build your way up, and in most cases, preparations for something like this would take anywhere 6 months onward.
Yeah.
So it's not if you want to be competitive and you want to be at that level, you're already a runner, you get into it.
Get into it, indeed.
So what have been the preparations for this marathon now that you're planning to host it annually?
You mean in terms of competitions leading up to
Yes.
it? So at the National Sports Council, what we did were we hosted 5K runs on Saturday mornings. We did it once a month. So that was kind of what we did to get the people coming out and test themselves at a certain distance. So you do your own training and then you come out every month and you have a test. So that is how we kind of got up to this point.
When did you open registrations for this marathon?
It will be open 5 a.m. on Sunday morning.
5 a.m. this coming
This
Sunday,
Sunday.
the 25th. It's going to be one to reckon with, 13.1. I know easy feat like we mentioned.
Correct.
But I could just imagine those who would go the entire 26. And there's also the run from San Ignacio to Belmopan
Yeah.
as well. I could just imagine what
No,
that
well,
is like.
I feel like there's
20
a lot of
miles.
running
Hills.
teams that have been jacking up all over Belize. I know people from San Ignacio have about 2 or 3 think they run through the Chicky Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and COVID did that for us.
Yes.
Yes.
COVID
Yes.
brought out that.
And and a lot of people might watch the worst thing about the COVID pandemic was that you are able to lose your life, especially if you're not living that lifestyle of trying to work out, especially if and it's best to get your vaccination, because that's the best thing to try and fight that off, besides the fact that you adhere to all the rules and protocols. But one of the things that people don't understand, a lot of small businesses started to pop up, which will be will actually be reaping the benefits of that in the next 3 to 5 years.
Correct.
Everybody started to work out. People started to love each other from a distance, because that's what we had to learn to do. All of these things work best for our psyche. Working out there, April, when you're out there, that's like another world. That's like you're one with nature. That's
Early
how
morning,
I feel this.
birds
Early
chirp.
morning, birds chirping. You ever,
Sunrise.
you ever run the Link Road, the John Smith Road?
Yeah.
You were out there early morning, man.
Sunrise.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty.
Yes, and it feels so good, and fresh air. That's a good thing.
Correct.
So this Sunday,
This
it's going to be
Sunday.
on.
It's going to be on. We have our registration starting at 5 a.m. right there at the Marion Jones, and the half marathon takes off at 6 a.m. And then we have the 5K going at 6:05 and the 10K going at 6:10.
Paying cash?
Yes.
Paying cash.
Cash prizes.
Cash prizes. No e-cash, honey.
No e-cash.
Cash prizes. So when the race done, pull up on the podium.
Yes.
You get an envelope.
You get
Good
yours.
to go.
Can
yes.
I register online? Or
Not for this
not
one.
for this one.
Next year we're going to have our pre-registration set so that people can, have the access of registering
And
online and beforehand.
One of the things that stick out to me, Kai, you did make mention of that male and female winners of these marathon will be receiving the same prize, the same amount
That's right.
of $1,000
Appreciated.
because
That's
we
right.
are one in its team. We are together.
At the Belize City Council and the National Sports Council, we are two groups that promote gender equality, inclusivity across all sports and everything that we're involved in.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Yeah, I swear.
6 a.m. So you're thinking that you might be done by 9.
Yeah,
Start
definitely.
6, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wrapping
then
up,
some people
wrapping
look
up at that time.
just like that.
And I also have to make mention of our sponsors. Apart from the National Sports Council and the Belize City Council, we have Boyne and Boyne, Sancas. We
You have a
have
list?
Javier Canol. So we will definitely have our first aid on hand. You can't have a marathon without that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you call on Javier. Once
Yeah.
he's out there doing his first aid,
Need a Javier, yeah.
Otherwise, on that, you don't know who, right?
Any plans on making it longer next year?
Not yet.
Okay.
We plan to go at least 5 years before we try to
ramp it up,
to the full marathon. And we want to get as much international participation as we can.
And recognition, of course.
Correct.
How are you marketing it for international folks?
Well, apart from social media, we haven't yet reached out. Well, we have reached out to different runners internationally, like privately, but not to say organizations or things like that. So, all of these in the making.
Yeah, in the making. Stepping stone.
We're very young at this stage.
Yes.
2 years old.
No, but kudos, because I don't think that anybody had tried to do something at this magnitude before.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Alright.
congratulations.
So now we know exactly what's going to take place this weekend. It's going to be a fun-filled one. We had all the
Wellness.
jump up. We had all the jump
Soca.
up last weekend and midweek. And it's time to actually
The time for work it out,
No.
burn it out, Socathon on Saturday and half marathon on Sunday.
And now that my list come up, I also have to mention M&M Engineering, who are providing our barriers,
Sweet.
as well as the Triathlon Association.
All right, so we've got these folks to say thank you to. Thank you guys
Definitely.
so very much. This is for a worthy cause, man. When I say worthy cause, I mean health and lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Kaya, thank you, man.
Promoting
Thank you.
together.
Thank you guys as well.
I gotta tell you what, the next time we get Kaya on here, we're gonna talk about her career.
I want to talk about her
Yeah.
workout routine. I want to know what Kaya does when she gets up in the morning, and then how she jack up afterwards, and then what she eats.
All right,
you
cool.
eat?
Food.
I know.
There
but
you
like,
go.
what kind of food?
Hey, we gotta take a break. When we come back, of course, we'll be wrapping things up. We also have a birthday shout out. Whose birthday is it?
You have
Tell
a
you.
list again?
We'll tell you when we come back. We'll take a break.